Hi there, welcome to the channel. I'm here to help bring classic stories like this one to life. This is a playful extended version of the Three Little Pigs, so if you want to watch this story without any extra fun stuff, feel free to click away now. But if you'd like to stay, then get ready to sing along, dance along, help us count, discover things with us, and above all else, have fun while we learn about what happens when three little pigs leave home for the first time. Our story begins in a beautiful enchanted forest. Deep in the woods, there were three little pigs who lived with their mother in a cozy cottage covered in ivy. Life was sweet, and they spent their days playing hide and seek amongst the trees, and their nights snuggled up with their mom and each other. But one day, when the sun shone brightly through the windows and the birds sang merrily outside, the youngest pig woke up and said, "Good morning." His two brothers slept soundly, so he tiptoed over to the kitchen, where he climbed onto a chair to look out the window. "Look," he said, "it's such a beautiful day. I wish I could live in a house as bright as the sun and as cozy as this warm kitchen." The middle pig woke up, yawned, and said, "That sounds like a wonderful dream. But why would you want to move out? We're so cozy here." The littlest pig wiggled his nose. "I don't know. I just think it's time for me to have my own house. How about you?" The middle pig shrugged. "Me too. Maybe I'll make mine out of wood. I bet it'll look great with some pretty shutters and window boxes." The biggest pig also woke up and stretched. "Well, I say it's time we all build our very own houses. We're all grown up now, and it's time to start our own little lives." So the three little pigs hugged their mom goodbye, packed their bags, and headed into the woods, looking for the perfect spot to start building. And wouldn't you know it, there were lots of different materials lying around waiting for them to use. And so the littlest pig chose to make his house out of straw because it was soft and tickly and made him sneeze with delight. Ha! 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 He gathered up bundles of golden straw and stacked them up one by one until soon enough he had a tall fence of straw all around him. Then he leaned against it and started weaving the strands together side by side, up and over, until he had created a thick roof for his new house. And in no time at all, he had a beautiful sunny yellow straw house all to himself. "Ta-da!" he said, and then he danced a jig around his new home, because it only took him a few hours to make, and now he had the whole afternoon to play. The other two pigs, though, weren't so quick to finish. The middle pig chopped down branches and gathered up big rocks to build the foundation for his wooden house. And the biggest pig gathered up long pieces of wood and sturdy nails and a big hammer to make sure that everything was nice and strong. And then they heard a voice behind them. Looks like I found my dinner." It was the big bad wolf, and he was salivating at the thought of three delicious pigs to gobble up. "Oh, dear," said the middle pig, and he hid behind his brother's leg. "Don't worry," said the biggest pig, "I'll protect you." And then he chased the wolf away. So they kept working hard until the middle pig had his own brown wooden house with pretty windows and shutters and a nice front door. And then they heard the voice again. "Two pigs to eat. How yummy!" It was the big bad wolf, and he looked hungrier than ever. "Quick, hide," said the biggest pig, and he ushered his brothers inside. And the wolf knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in." "Not by the hair on our chins," they shouted back. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," the wolf threatened, and he inhaled deeply, blew with all his might, and the wooden house tumbled down. So the three little pigs huddled together and ran as fast as they could to their oldest brother's house. And wouldn't you know it, the big bad wolf was hot on their trail. And as he approached the brick house, he sneered, "Last one, huh? Just make it quick, piggies, because I'm starving." The wolf knocked on the door and said, little pigs, let me in." "Not by the hair on our chins," they shouted back. "Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down," the wolf snarled. And once again, he inhaled, he blew, but the brick house didn't budge. The wolf said, I guess I'll have to climb down the chimney instead." And as the three little pigs watched him go, the biggest pig whispered, "Quick, let's light the fire and put a pot of boiling water right under the chimney." And as the wolf began climbing down the chimney, they heard him splashing into the pot. "Yo!" he cried, and he jumped out and ran as fast as he could. The three little pigs had outsmarted the wolf, and they cheered and clapped and danced around. And then they all hugged each other tightly and knew that they were lucky to have each other to help and protect them. They all lived happily ever after in the safest brick house in the whole forest. And every time they told their story, they reminded each other that hard work and patience really do pay off. What are some other classic stories that you'd like to see us retell for you? Tell us in the comments below. And remember, if you've got little ones at home, feel free to pause the video at any time to ask them questions about what they've seen and heard, or to have them sing along with you. Learning doesn't have to stop when the video does.